You've seen these beautiful pictures of the children, the innocent children who were killed in the terror attack in Manchester, England this past week. Doesn't it just hurt your heart? I mean, especially if you have a child, doesn't it make you think, what if that were my child? I mean, that's the worst thing that could happen to a parent, to lose a child, first of all, and to lose it for the reason of their being in a terror attack. These barbarians who are trying to take over the world, and for your child to be a part of that. That's so, so sad. I mean, you never get over it. Well, that's what happened in England this past week at the Manchester Arena. Salman Abedi, a 22-year-old young man who was born in England, but he comes from Libyan descent. And he had a bomb at the exit of the Ariana Grande concert, and he killed 22 people, and then plus himself, and 120 people at least were injured. Terrible chaos. Now, they are now investigating. They've arrested his father and his two brothers in Libya and in England, and lots of other people who were connected, they believe, to this attack, that he wasn't a lone wolf because the bomb was too sophisticated, they think, for him to have done it himself. Plus, there are other ways that they're finding all kinds of connections to other wannabe terrorists. So, they've been... he went to a mosque. He spent a lot of time in a mosque, and he eventually was thrown out because one of the imams said that he had a face of hate when the imam was talking about radical Islamists in a negative way. So they didn't want him in the mosque, which was very commendable, obviously, for the mosque. But they called the authorities and they told them about how they think that this man, Salman, was a terrorist sympathizer. And there were other calls by neighbors and so on to the authorities. And the authorities put him on a watch list. And just like so many other terrorists that we've heard of in recent years, they stopped watching them and they went on to commit atrocious terror attacks. Now, because it was an Ariana Grande concert and she's very popular, what that does is it made kids ask what was going on. It perked up the ears of children, hearing about this on television and on radio and on the internet. They want to know what's going on. Why did these people get killed at this concert? And is it safe for me to go to a concert? Why is this happening? What's happening in the world? And at the very basic level, what is a terrorist? Now, parents have been having a lot of trouble talking to their kids about terrorism. My book is going to be coming out soon. I know I've been promising this for a while, but it's getting really close. And it's called Lions and Tigers and Terrorists, Oh My, How to Protect Your Child in a Time of Terror. So I have been asking more and more parents whether they have been talking to their kids about terrorism. And I get the same reaction. They look sheepish. And regardless of what ages their kids are, they say, no, I haven't talked to them because, I don't really want them to know about these horrible things. And I totally get it. I mean, I wish we didn't have to talk to kids about terror. I wish we didn't have to talk amongst ourselves about terror. And I wish there weren't these sweet little innocent faces all over the television and the internet and so on as being the victims of terror attacks. But we do kind of have to face it, that it is a lot worse for kids to see these things and not understand what is going on. Why did this little kid die? They see the face. They see the faces. You can't hide it from them. A lot of parents go to the television and they try to turn it off when there's something like this that comes on. But you can't hide it. They're very, they get attracted to these little kids. Anytime there's a terrorist attack, when there's a kid involved, whether it's the Boston bombing where there was a little boy, or this attack, or any attack where they see kids, they particularly get interested because they identify with that. Oh my God, could that happen to me? So we do have to start talking to kids about terror in a way that's appropriate for the age and the psychological state of your child, how much they can handle at once, just in little pieces. But, and then when they ask to go to concerts, you don't really want to say no, because whether it's for a child or yourself, we don't really want to stop going to things that we enjoy, like concerts or plays or even movie theaters, because there might be a terrorist setting off a bomb or coming in and shooting us. But we do have to take precautions. So, I did a birthday party for my daughter when she was young at a concert. And, I think about it now, how would parents want to do that today, have a lot of kids that they're responsible for at a concert, just in case there was an attack? So you have to not only talk to your children about these things, but you also have to give them some tools. First of all, I think that anytime you bring a child, anytime you're considering letting your child go to a concert, you have to go with them. And if you're going to bring a lot of friends, each of the parents of the children have to go as well. You can't be responsible for like 8 or 10 kids. Because if something bad happens, you have to be able to help all of them to become safe. And then you need to, of course, give your children cell phones, and you need to program them with ICE, I-C-E, in case of emergency, and have that button, automatic dial, go to a parent or someone else who can be responsible and can come to the place and help them or give them advice. And then, of course, you need to tell your children to look for the nearest exit whenever they go to a place where there are a lot of people, whether it's even just a movie theater these days, and so that they know how they can best escape. These are some of the kinds of tools that you give them. And for yourself, of course, for all of us. These are the things that we kind of need to think about. But we can't stop going to concerts or plays or movies or tourist attractions or any kind of things that might be terrorist attacks. I mean, for that matter, going to the airport or a train station or even walking on the sidewalk could be dangerous. So we're not going to stop doing all these things. We can't let the terrorists win.